Hi there. So in this video, I want us to start thinking about money. So yes, that's right, profit from your business. Um, this is quite a simple spreadsheet, but it's amazing what it can show you in terms of the profit potential when we streamline our business and move away from one-to-one and towards something where you can serve more people in less time. So we've already thought about our niche, we've already thought about the program pathway. We haven't touched that much on the structure of your program, but that's one that we go into more detail in our coaching program, which is a 6-month program called the 2 Hour Tutor, which you're welcome to apply for. But let's just first do this piece because I want you to see the potential first and see if this is something you want to go all in on or not. Now, when we work with a client on the structure of their program, they start to see that actually it really is worth more than the standard one-to-one setup. We work with our clients to build in structures in their program that make it much more valuable, much more supportive, much more linear, much with much more potential to make faster progress. So it may include, but doesn't have to include, ways of them reaching out to you on a one-to-one basis in between the group sessions. So we use in our program Slack, which is a messaging service which has got voice notes as well, and our community also can talk to each other that way. If you want to use something like Google Classroom, I think there's a chat feature there that they can reach out to you with. You might want to use a WhatsApp group. That's absolutely fine. Some of my clients don't want that. They want to keep sort of working on a separate platform. But you can also just have email. So my clients and a lot of my clients' students reach out to them via email, and we use a tool much like what I'm using now. In fact, I'm using Vimeo Record right now to record this lesson for you. I would look at a client's piece of work and record myself talking through it and feeding back and making suggestions, and then they get to keep that link, and that can happen in between sessions. So when we're talking about being a 2 hour tutor, I'm talking about there's only 2 hours of time per week where you are scheduled to be in front of your students. That could be 1 hour, it could be 3. It's really up to you, but I'm just sort of showing you what is possible. So here's a table for you to play with. So I want you to get into your head that your group program is worth more than one-to-one. And I know that you may not believe that now because we haven't perhaps done the in-between bits, but I want you to believe that that can be true for you as well. So let's have a look at Katie, one example. So that I'm looking at the top sort of section here. She was a PE teacher who was on maternity leave and decided to set up a Fitness for Mums program that they could do at home with their baby at home. So initially she thought, right, I know 6, I'm sure I can find 6 clients in my circle of mummy friends, but I do want to do this online because I want to reach more people, and not be restricted by geography or having to find a place to run it in. And she thought, 2 months is what I'll do. So she charged £300 for those 2 months, and she saw those mums online twice a week, but was sort of coaching them on WhatsApp as well in between. Her earnings from that 6 sort of cohort there, that group of 6, was £1,800. But of course, that was for a 2-month program. So her monthly rate, if you like, or her monthly earnings, her monthly profits from that was £900, which isn't going to set the world on fire, I know, but it's a great starting point. And it proves the concept to Katie that this is something she could roll out and something she could probably build up to beyond the part-time teaching salary that she probably, would have if she went back to school. So 6 months in, she was working with 2 groups of 5, so 10 clients. So she was doing her 2 hours on Zoom, but she decided to do that twice. So she decided to do 4 hours. I believe then she went and combined them. So, because sometimes people wouldn't show up, or, they had their baby, an appointment for their baby or whatever. So it ended up really only ever being 8 on a Zoom call. So she just decided to combine it in the end. So I think in the end she was back to the 2 hours. She upped her prices to 400, which then got her to that 2,000 a month mark. So that's one sort of slightly less conventional teacher kind of approach, just to show you that you do not have to be really fixated on it being academic or school-based. But let's look at one more sort of traditional route here. So we've got Andy, 11 plus tutor. He was already running an 11 plus tuition business, so he had lots of one-to-one clients, wanted to streamline. So it was quite easy for him in the end to select a group of similar, ability and level students and combine them into his first beta run of a group program. He charged them £500 for like an intense booster program for a 2-month program, which got him to £2,000 for those 4 kids. So obviously he was doing one-to-ones as well. He still had other clients. But from that group alone, that made him £1,000 a month. 6 months in, he was then seeing 2 groups of 6, so 12 students in total, 2 hours a week, charging £650. He was communicating with them in between and reviewing work and so on. And that got him to £3,900 per month. So you can see here like the big jump between the two, but you might identify more with having a really low key, a bit more of a low key offer that just gets you to a certain point. But if you have ambitions to scale and really see where this can take you, then you can see that the example Andy lays out here might be more in what you want for yourself. All I want now is for you to make a copy of this. So if you go to File, make a copy, then you can edit this document and you can play with the numbers and just work out for yourself where you'd like to see yourself going, what's possible for yourself. Try and, when it comes to pricing, try and let go of the hourly rate idea and just think of the outcome that you're getting, the lifetime value, and don't underestimate what this is worth to them in the long term. And I do sort of challenge you to push yourself slightly outside your comfort zone with your pricing. Like, if it feels a bit icky to you, that's normal. If it feels like it makes you want to vomit, then that's too much, if that makes sense. We do as teachers carry a lot of baggage around our self-worth quite often and our value and what we're allowed to charge, because we think, well, if there's someone down the road charging £30 an hour, then that means that's my cap. It is not true. And when we do this online as well, we can reach a more discerning kind of parent who wants something better, who wants something that's a cut above and is prepared to pay for something, invest in the future. They see it as a future investment. Not all parents are made equal. Not all tuition programs are made equal. So do you want to be like the Ferrari? Do you want to be the Audi? Do you want to be the I won't give the name. I'll try and think of a car that my dad used to drive. Yeah, a clapped out Cavalier that's like 30 years old. What I'm trying to say here is that there are all sorts of price points for everything in life. And parents are not one kind of person. They have all sorts of different aspirations, budgets, and attitudes to what they believe they should invest in and what's not worth investing in. Some parents will think £30 is expensive. Others will think £600 for a programme is too cheap and it can't be that great. Believe me, there's everyone and everything in between. So you get to decide where you want to be on that scale. So it's time now not to let others push you into what pricing they think you should be offering your services at, and you decide what sector of the market you want to serve. So just let's just take this back a little bit now and just think about this as a playful exercise that you can have fun with. Give yourself permission to put in some ridiculous numbers and just play with it until you find that point where you think, yeah, do you know what? It's a push for me, but I think I could, with the right structure and the right messaging and the right marketing in place, which I know this program doesn't cover, but we can help you with. I feel that I could do this. And just give it a go. Give it a go. See what's possible for yourself. I look forward to seeing what you come up with. See you in the next video.